What the hell was that?
It's turkey season.
Oh, that's right. All right, it is December 10th. The Power of Pessimism podcast compels you. The world's most dangerous podcast.
Is it? Who named us that?
It's out there. I saw it somewhere.
Floating around out there.
It's floating around. People call us all kind of awesome things.
I saw it on a billboard.
What about, okay, we're starting the show tonight. We have the illustrious G-Race-Spotswood-Q-Bannon. No, Captain Asshole.
Captain Asshole.
We have Captain Asshole on the show with us tonight.
Point of pride.
And let's go around the room. Everybody say who you are.
Hi, I'm Captain Asshole.
Producer Wes.
Producer PW.
Yeah.
I am Emmy-winning author, Dr. Johnny Lawrence.
Excellent. Good to have you aboard,
Welcome
Dr.
back.
Lawrence.
You won an Emmy? That's amazing.
Thank you. I've been gone for that. That's
That's.
I was not hidden in my basement whacking off anal probes or whatever.
Oh, why not?
I don't know what that came. Where did that come from?
That's one of the past episodes when I wasn't on. That's what you guys.
Yeah, we got a little vulgar
My bad for
right out of the gates that time.
My bad for perpetrating that perpetude. Who's
right.
that right there?
Who's this guy?
Hometown hero, the third responder.
That's right.
Yes.
What does that mean?
And we have CC Ryder in the back who will be doing fact checking and throwing little quotes in my ear that are funny, and we'll throw them out there. Let's see. We're going to go through. We have tonight on the podcast, we're going to do headlines. We're going to do COVID vaccine report, LSU game, college football sports report, LSU Bama game. Very bizarre. I was there. Very bizarre. The monoliths, which I don't know what the hell those things are. They're popping up everywhere.
We saw one in Lake Charles.
They get around more than GQ's ex-girlfriends.
Boy, and they write about
over
it
the place.
If you know where to look on Facebook, it's all over.
Let's see. Down south here with us, the insurance fraud post hurricane. It's running rampant.
Is this month 4 or 5?
I lost track, man. I don't know what day it is half the damn time.
When did the storm hit us? When did the
That
second
was
storm hit us?
27?
Yeah, it was August 27th. Laura gave us the smackdown.
September, October, November, December. It's only month 4.
Yeah, we're finally getting it back together down here.
Delta came beginning of October.
Yeah,
Was
then
that
we got the
a month
second
later?
ass whooping.
Month in like a week.
That was a mere 100-mile-an-hour storm.
Yeah.
Nobody thought anything of it.
Category 5, Category 4, back to back.
It would have been a life changer for somebody who hadn't gone through Laura.
Man, they don't like us down here.
We're
What's going
badasses.
on?
We got
What is going on?
We did fine. We got rid of a bunch of people that we didn't want.
We're going to do a snowflake report at one point. That's where if you've run across some snowflakes or soy boys, we love hearing those stories because
What's
they're
a
great.
snowflake again?
A snowflake is just a overprivileged, never had to work in their life.
White guy?
They have man buns, and they don't like to get rained on. And
Super thin white
they
hair bun.
virtue signal. That is like their one job, to virtue signal everyone.
Virtue signal. What's their favorite band?
Oh, here we go. We have an action. Here we go. Go ahead. Third responder, hit him with it. This is what a snowflake is. Definition.
This is from Google. Snowflake is a 2010 derogatory slang term for a person implying that they have an inflated sense of uniqueness, an unwarranted sense of entitlement, or are overly emotional, easily offended, and unable to deal with opposing opinions.
That is.
I didn't know I was a snowflake.
Oh man, that is great. That's perfect.
In other
Google
words,
nailed it.
In other words, a thin-skinned white kid, overprivileged asshole.
Dude. Kind of
Asshole.
like Wesley.
Yep.
Just like our
producer.
I'm not overprivileged.
You're too old to be a snowflake.
Yep.
Is that true?
I think so. Yeah. Well, you're not. You're not a snowflake, so we'll vouch for that.
All right.
Yeah, you're a badass, dude.
Snowflake.
Wes once killed a man. Did you know that?
Did you?
He had to. Oh, and we'll be talking about that bill coming up in Texas and the Texas lawsuit that they're doing right now. But the bill that's coming up in Texas is so bizarre. I couldn't even make heads or tails of it about if someone at home invasion, can you or can't you kill them? You kind of have to shoo them away like a roach.
In Texas.
Yeah, that's
You have to make sure that they are safe as well, because they're only carrying the gun to protect themselves.
what's the bill number?
It's House Bill 196.
House Bill 196.
It's called a bill to be entitled an act.
Wow.
I don't really understand that. That's always been a
so
law.
Confusing with the.
I'll tell a story about that later. You want to start with a prayer?
Yes, let's do that. We from
the power
Saint
of
Basim.
pessimism was started years and years ago in 1786 by Saint Basim, the unknown, often overlooked 13th apostle.
All hell.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This today's scripture comes from Matthew 6:34. Is that chapter 6, verse 34?
This is real.
So never be anxious about the next day, for the next day will have its own anxieties. Each day has enough of its own troubles.
Bam.
You know what that means? That
It's
means
in the Bible.
That means I went to bed drunk and I woke up scared.
Yep. He
That's
was
the
having
same
a rough
thing.
day.
We've been saying that for years.
Well, you know it's legit if it's coming from the Bible.
That's the Bible. That's
Everybody
Matthew.
just get pessimistic.
Sorry, I'm going to silence my
It's
telephone. That was the one thing you didn't tell us to do.
Oh, yeah, you're
God.
right. Well, it's my fault that happened. Then.
Producer, my ass.
Oh, wow. Who just sometimes, I just got a text from somebody. What do y'all make of this? Says, sometimes when you're in a dark place, you think you've been buried, but you've actually been planted.
That's an
All right.
optimistic view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
that went
deep.
from
Excellent.
pessimism to optimism.
Very deep. Very deep.
Oh, let's see. I
what's
didn't
the
open it all
pessimistic version
the
of
way
that
up
is?
here.
Oh, and by the way, they didn't put any water on you and you fucking died.
This is from, okay. Or sometimes when you're in a dark place and you think you've been planted, but you've actually been buried.
There it is.
We like the second one.
Yeah.
We like the second one.
Yep. Choose with whatever you want. Okay, let's see some headlines here. We could talk about the.
I want to talk about the Texas gun law.
Okay, yeah, let's keep on that. Stay on that.
If you're reading from whatever happened, did they vote on this today or something? Why was this in the
Not yet.
news?
It's on the docket, I guess, to be voted or to be listened to.
So a statewide thing. Yeah. So I thought Texas was a shoot 'em up, bang bang state where everybody carried a gun
I'm gonna shoot your ass right in the face.
forehead. I can
Turn on the
remember
Cowboys
on
game, shoot you
two
two
different
times.
occasions, two different cities. Sorry, I'm having trouble breathing.
That's all right.
Two different.
Do you have the COVID?
No, I've been tested by something.
Oh, cool.
Was it anal probed?
I don't.
Oh, not again.
It was an anal.
Not
it was an
again.
anal. She said it was.
That's not an actual test.
She said it was more accurate than the other ones that you get through the nose. But I feel like I remember a policeman in Baton Rouge and in the city we're in now told me the same thing. They said, if for some reason you shoot somebody, just drag them inside and make sure they're not breathing.
A lawyer once said that to me.
Yeah, and the policeman told me that, and I was like, dude, like I'm going to kill somebody.
Like CSI's not going to pick
He said
up
if
on
he's
that.
coming through the window, right? That's
break.
what I said. They're going to figure out from the
yeah, in a
blood
second.
spatter. And he goes, no, dead men don't talk. And if he's inside the house, how he got there is his own. You know, they'll have to prove that. And I was like, are you serious? And he said, I'm dead serious.
What you do is
empty the clip. Don't let him talk, and make sure he's in the house.
Oh, wow. And then once he's dead, you peel all his clothes off, you lie him on top of you like he was raping you, and wait for the police to show up.
And hope there's not cameras.
And you'll get off scot-free.
Don't get a monolith.
And then the monolith.
Yeah.
But my
Ouch.
question about the bill is simple. I thought that was already a law in Texas. No? Like, it's okay to shoot somebody if they come in your home.
No, this is saying the opposite.
In Louisiana.
They're trying to pass it so you can't do that.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
bad.
going to float in Texas.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Hey, boy, I told you
This
to get
it's pre-filed, so it's supposed to be heard in 2021.
Most people don't want to kill people.
I don't want to kill somebody.
But if you're threatened in your own home,
right. You
And they want you to
in
talk
your
to
ass,
him?
Easy E style.
they want you to talk him down. Hey, please don't shoot me.
Well, you brew up some coffee, sit down with him, try to
Give him-
understand his motives.
Give him some money.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a guy?
Maybe start a GoFundMe for him because he's obviously having a rough go at it.
I have women show up from time to time. I don't know who they are.
Really?
Show up in my bedroom.
Cool.
Should I shoot them?
I guess.
Should I shoot them?
It depends on what their motives are.
With your monolith.
The monolith.
Yeah.
The monolith shows up and takes care of everything.
Yes.
Yep. Still don't know what the hell those things are.
Can you explain to me what a monolith is? I don't know what y'all are talking about. I saw one on Common Street the other day. It's been there for a couple of days. It's purple, and it kind of looks like a dildo. It looks like a dildo.
Hurricane blew a dildo out of someone's house in the road, and we keep seeing it.
That really is funny. That did happen,
That's
and
real.
It has been there on more than one
We
occasion.
could post a picture on YouTube.
Yeah, let's post it on our Twitter, our Facebook, Instagram, all that. So check that out. At Power of Pessimism on all of those platforms.
Excellent. So what were you going to say, Wes? You had something on your mind.
Oh, you asked what the monolith was.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Have you guys seen the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey?
Absolutely.
I assume, yes. It's the monolith from that, but like a smaller version of that, and they don't like make whoever touches it evolve, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Don't make monkeys go crazy and use tools.
Have you touched it?
No, I touched it
Have you
last night.
touched his
but-
monolith?
Which monolith are we talking
Well,
about?
mine.
Is it
obviously.
black? Is it smooth and black?
Depends on what I've been doing with it.
Mine's steel. That I saw. The one
Is
that
it
I saw.
gray? Yours is kind of
steel.
gray.
Blue
little fuzzy.
steel.
Mine looks green and dead.
Talk to a monolith doctor about that.
Do we have
any sponsors?
any monolith doctor sponsors? 1-800
Nope, we don't.
1-800 mine don't work.
Well, just for the headline purpose, it's something for our listeners to go check out. You can find it on YouTube and some other things about this monolith. It's a trip. They're all over the planet.
It sounds like a European bullshit.
It sounds like a well-organized prank, but even if we got to the bottom of it, that's pretty funny if they have a well-organized prank that's international like that.
Have you ever
Kinda
been
like the
to
COVID?
kind of like COVID? Have you ever been to Stonehenge?
Thank you.
Have you ever seen Stonehenge?
Stonehenge.
We'll have to ask Adam about that next time we talk to him.
Yeah, he's seen it. I'm sure.
he's
It is.
Ancient days of
It is.
England.
That is a funny
Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. That is one of the greatest films ever.
What film was it? I didn't realize
Spinal
that was a
Tap.
film. That was just in my brain.
This is.
Is that where I
Spinal Tap.
got that? That is where I got that. That's
yeah.
crazy. Random
It's a
access bullshit.
It's a song. Yeah, your brain definitely works.
That's the one where they made the scale like 2 inches. It was supposed to be like giant
They made it the
Stonehenge
wrong-
was supposed to land on the stage, and they drew it out wrong, and they made it like you could hold it in your hand.
Weren't there
It
a
was
bunch
supposed to
of?
be 30 feet. It was 30 inches.
Yeah.
Weren't there? Didn't they have a bunch of little people dancing around?
Yeah, they had to make the best of it, so they had to like
Little
pull in
people.
midgets and stuff to make it look right. This
That
is
was
Spinal Tap. Great movie.
Yeah, they were just fucking.
So what were you going to say about Stonehenge?
It is. Well, I went there one time.
I did too. It was pretty cool.
And was it?
I thought it was. I liked it.
I didn't think it was that big of a deal. But this is what happened to me at Stonehenge. Something moved me at Stonehenge,
I bet it did. Was it a monolith?
and it was.
Fish and
was-
chips.
That's kind of what it was. And I looked at my buddy, my cousin, who was here a couple podcasts ago. And
H-Town.
I said, hey, man, I got to go to the bathroom. And they had these portalets.
I got to go drop a monolith.
Create my own monolith. And I went to these bathrooms. They were very nice portalets on this permanent walkway. And I guess they would just change them out from time to time.
Was there a hole in the stall?
Well, H-Town.
You can trust that in England,
H-Town
baby.
takes a picture of me, right?
Oh.
And I was sitting there, I was like, wait a minute, do it again. And so,
And he's notorious for like putting stuff out there.
well, that was before Facebook. This
Right,
was a
but he'll
while
show
back.
everyone he knew.
And I was like, that is so funny. Wait, do it again. And so I did it. I took a funny picture of me taking a shit at Stonehenge because I had to. It was one of those public, every once in a while, that's what happens.
This is random thoughts and random places that you've shit.
So my Stonehenge story was I had to take a shit, and they had it,
being
and then
nice.
there was a rope around it or whatever. You couldn't really touch the stones, and I thought it was kind of funny because it's right next to a highway, and they never show you that in the pictures. And it was completely.
It was right next to the highway. You're right.
It was like a bunch of work that these people did for really no apparent.
Well, there wasn't a
reason
highway back then, so it was still out in the woods. It was just out in the middle of nowhere.
Now, if you go on the other side of the road, there's more rocks and stuff there.
Oh, really?
That's
they still
not
don't
true.
fully understand how the hell they move those.
Yeah, they do.
No, they have some BS line about logs
And
rolling.
rolling. Yeah, you can't fucking roll.
Man, that would
these
take so
500
long.
days away.
How did they move the pyramids? The
Louise.
pyramids were the same way.
The pyramids
Slaves.
did not
The
get
slaves
moved.
moved
It's
them.
called manpower. It's called slavery.
It's the same thing with Apuna Puku or whatever.
God bless you.
The same thing with Machu Picchu, the pyramids.
Oh yeah,
all of it.
Yeah, there's no way that those that pyramid is so tight.
There's no
It's
way.
so precise on how it's made. You can't put a piece of paper through it.
Well, I
Do you
mean, we
know
all
how
watch
much
Ancient
time
Aliens.
that they had. Do you think the aliens built that?
No, but on Ancient Aliens, they talk to these guys that say that even today we don't have the technology to make these precise cuts on this. We couldn't. They tried it.
Shit.
They
Bullshit.
Had,
Bullshit.
No. Dude, y'all need to go look that up.
I can
I-
make one of
seriously, I
those
agree
rocks.
with you.
No, I've
I can make
listened
those
and
rocks
seen these
today
guys
with the
report
same
on
tools.
it, and they're
Do
like,
it.
they were like, there was no way
Build a
that we
pyramid
can
just
do
like
this.
a pyramid.
Oh,
Pay
you know
me.
the pyramid's 8-sided. Do y'all know that? I mean, it's 8-sided. It's not 4 sides. It's 8, and
Just
you can
keep
only
going
tell
around.
if you look straight down from aerial view. It is 8 freaking sides. This is real.
Check
Not-
this shit out.
it's
on
not
Google.
Yeah,
real.
look at it in Google.
No.
dude.
DuckDuckGo it.
That
We don't
is
believe
like-
in Google.
That is
Google's bad.
that is science. That's technology. That's what they're saying. We don't even know if we could do that now.
We can. These guys
And
had.
to lift those stones that they have, you have to have a huge crane now.
No, you don't. You just have to have manpower and you have to have a lot of time. Here's the thing.
That
You
was
get
one of
up in the
things.
morning.
They were saying there's
10-ton
not a crane
stones?
on the planet.
When you get up in the morning, what's the first thing you do?
Take a shit.
What do you do when you're on the toilet?
Read Facebook, Reddit.
Facebook, words with friends.
Okay, well, get rid of your phone, get rid of the TV, get rid of your vehicle.
What's that have to do with taking a poo?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
So if you're going to take a shit, get rid of
You're
all
not
your
following me.
electronics.
Get rid of all the electronic, get rid of all the buzz around you, your newspaper, everything. I guarantee you'll start thinking about some shit and you'll figure out a way to do that. Back then, there were.
That's
you're
a
not
theory.
following
No,
me?
that's a theory, though, dude. Literally, we have
Dude, we have way too
They
many
have-
distractions today. I'm telling you.
I like this topic. This is a good topic. The pyramids are a trip, man, and I'm here to tell you we cannot reproduce them, and we will go and find the 5, 10.
We can
People-
totally reproduce that.
No, okay.
Yes.
Well, for everybody out there, listen to the power of pessimism. Go check that out. See what you find. It's really interesting.
An 8-sided, 4-sided pyramid.
How do they make the Sphinx?
Yeah.
Seriously,
It's-
even 5,000 years ago, which they found now that it's not 2,500 years old. It's more
It's
like
a lot older,
5,000
yep.
years old.
How did we make the Lincoln Memorial?
That was good because we were good.
I mean, it's the same
But
shit.
that was 5,000 years
It's the
ago.
same shit.
But this is
not
now.
5,000 years ago. Lincoln Memorial was not made 5,000.
I didn't say that. He said that.
But
No, I
we
didn't.
have more tools compared to
Misinformation.
what they had then.
I understand. So they made it quicker. I mean, it's utterly ridiculous to tell me that somebody in 12 BC couldn't make a stone wheel. Those
was
guys
before
weren't
12
as
BC.
dumb. Those guys weren't as dumb as you think.
5,000
If
they
there's
years ago,
5,000
genius.
years from now, this is year 3000 BC.
Okay, so 3000 BC, there were people, there were
You were born probably a couple years
millions of people
afterwards, but-
walking around taking
No, I think we got
slaves,
raced. We got him rattled.
enslaving other groups of people by the hundreds of thousands, and they made them work.
Well, no, because if you look at
Because America is the only country that had slaves.
No, if you look at Egyptian history, there's certain things that they would not let the slaves touch.
Each other.
That too, but when it's come from burial sites, it's holy places. So only particular people were allowed to build these sites.
Actual news.
So if you're talking about manpower, how many noblemen were going to fucking go and do all this shit? No.
So you don't think a slave was used to yank on a chain to pull a rock up a slope?
But
I think they refurbished it.
How many slaves do you need to get a 10-ton rock from?
Thousands.
Did they have that? What was the population of Egypt that time?
Mesopotamia?
No, Egypt. Mesopotamia was north.
Well, I don't know. You know more than I do. But I'm telling you.
About like Westlake?
There is without any distractions at all, you can make 1,000 people do that really easily. You know, bring a boat up the river, Nile, wherever they got it from, because they can tell where they got the rocks from. Put it on a boat raft, float it down. They get it off the raft. They built these things. They had nothing better
these rocks
to do. Nothing better.
Some of these rocks came thousands of miles away.
Exactly.
They have all the water. They have all the time in the world.
Easter Island, another creepy thing.
Yeah, how do they do that? Those rocks that made those statues aren't even, indigenous to that.
They look like Trevor Lawrence, the player from
indigenous
Clemson.
to that area.
Yeah, it's a quarterback from Clemson.
He's indigenous.
He's a new version.
I think he was. I mean,
Easter Island.
I agree.
Yeah, but Easter Island, the French decided to start digging around it. And realized it's a full-on statue, not just a head.
It's got a body.
It was too heavy and it sunk into the.
I don't know. According to me, I don't know.
I know. And I'm saying those people were bored to tears and they said, hey, let's build this big rock statue.
Yeah, let's do that.
But then the whole civilization on Easter Island disappeared.
Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm making that rock sculpture over there. What do you do for the community? I don't know. I'm just doing a rock sculpture.
Just like California. What's that city in California that we don't like?
San
Francisco?
That one. We just talked to somebody about San Francisco. He's going to take some pictures of how the city's doing and send it to us. He said there's homeless people everywhere.
Yeah, it's we have some friends in California that are they're friends of the podcast that we're going to be getting in touch with here. Not tonight, but we will in the future, and find out what's happening all over the country. We have friends in New York, all over the place, and we're going to be getting in touch with them to see what their community's like and what's happening in their states these days, because it's the weirdest damn time ever.
Have we done the COVID report yet?
Is that wet or dry?
Thank God you have a mask on.
That's what she said.
Depends on how big the monolith is.
Bing bong. Okay, COVID report. Hey, man, I can't keep up with this shit. Fauci's saying no mask. In California, get out of your houses. It's fine. Get back in your houses. Kids go to school. Get back in your house.
They said, and then they say that kids don't get it at school. Kids don't pass. It's worse in a restaurant. No, it's not bad in a restaurant.
Restaurants are great.
No, they said
they're clean.
Restaurants, God, worst place.
It's fine as long as you're at the table. Then you can take the mask off, and there's a magical barrier around the table.
But what were they saying?
Correct.
The place that it passes the most from person to person is not in a restaurant, not at school, but where?
At your house.
I don't know.
With 30 people around
you. With your grandmother, your
nobody knows.
At the White House.
That's the thing. So right now they're saying because everybody got together for Thanksgiving that we have to flatten the curve. So put on your helmet, get back under your freaking bed, and just hang out there.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. And then now in Israel is shutting down Hanukkah. I was waiting for somebody to say something about that.
Januka.
And then Christmas, they're trying to shut down Christmas.
Do we have any Jewish people? Heathen.
So I don't know. They have the vaccine coming out. I think that's positive news.
For vaccine, what is it going to do?
But now that the Democrats have
money,
won
you're going to make money off the vaccine, but it doesn't do shit for the people.
Well, I know, it remains to be seen. You said there were a lot of side effects.
A lot of side effects, and you don't build immunity to it.
But why is now that the Democrats have won the White House, Christmas should be on. It should be fun.
Can't you? Another thing is they say you can get it once and you're good. Now they're saying maybe not.
Maybe not. They don't know how long you're. Yeah. Even with the vaccine, you take the vaccine. Even if I have the corona and I take the vaccine, I could still give it to the person next to me.
You should. It'd be
even if the person
Merry
next
Christmas.
to me,
but you're not going to get sick.
It cuts the time frame. It's like taking Tamiflu.
Just Tamiflu works. Tamiflu
does.
works.
You mean
It
it
does.
cuts down all the symptoms of a non-symptomatic COVID?
Exactly.
Bing bong.
And this is from people
Epiphany.
from MD Anderson, because I have a relative of mine that works there, and they do all kinds of research on this shit.
MD.
Was
Let me
MD
ask
doing?
Anderson.
Then so if it cuts down on the symptoms, everybody's taking the vaccine. No one's going to get symptoms. Then COVID's not a problem.
It cuts down on the symptoms. You'll still get symptoms.
Until you're
Dude,
old.
it's the
And people
biggest,
that are still having these pre-existing conditions, as diabetes or stuff, it's still going to affect them as well.
Sure.
Only thing we could do is if we build immunity to it, but it's not going to happen. These vaccines don't do that.
They don't.
They do not.
I did not know that.
No.
I hadn't heard that.
Now Russia
I haven't
says
heard that either.
Now
This is
Russia
what I
says that
heard.
they have one that builds immunity, but
Trust Russia.
Yeah.
exactly.
Who can you trust these days?
How about the Chinese? The Chinese are asking flight attendants
Yeah,
to wear diapers. Think about it.
Why?
Because they don't want them going to the bathroom and
mind you,
spreading
China
corona.
has a vaccine already.
Toilet seat
Do
spreading.
you trust China?
No,
how do you?
no,
how
but
do you
they
do
helped
that?
some of these companies here develop theirs.
Unbelievable.
Would it be rude to ask a stewardess to go change your diaper,
Hey, are you wearing a diaper?
sweetheart?
Or are you just glad to be here?
Sweetheart, I can't stand it. I don't
Hey,
need
have
a
you
Coke.
changed
You
your
need to
diaper
you
lately?
need to get away from me.
What is that?
Just imagine
Smell.
her face when she's taking a dump, like
Pushing the cart.
Like a baby, just like a
And then you
baby.
can see when she lets it go. The moment she lets it go is right when she takes out your kosher dinner.
How do you say in Chinese?
A little racy there.
Is that racist?
hey, I'm Asian. I can say that.
It's
all right.
You're so crazy. That's not racist. You crazy.
I give you permission.
Go ahead, baby. Poo poo in your diaper.
Here, put on diaper. Put
That
on
is
diaper.
some sort
we
of
put
fetish.
out false report that we wear diaper, make Americans wear diapers.
That's right. That's what
we'll
it is.
do it.
Because
We'll
they're a bunch of
fucking do it.
babies.
They just want to see if we'll make our stewardesses
Yeah,
do
we
it.
call it a double bruff. The Shanghai reach around.
Double bruh.
You watch, man. They're going to make our people in the planes wear fucking diapers. You know it. And I
And you
can't
know-
wait for that.
And in the U.S., there's dudes that are stewardesses, and that can't smell good. I mean, little ladies, maybe.
Little lady.
Cute little Japanese women.
Wait, what doesn't smell
That's a
good?
fetish,
What's on
you know
the
that, right?
upper?
If a dude takes a dump in a diaper, it's
Oh,
not going to work
man.
out.
It's a hogger.
Oh, Jesus. I can't fly anymore. It smells too bad.
Yeah, well, hey, the third responder here, you can give us a report. He just flew, like last week.
Did it smell bad?
No, it was very safe. It was clean. They gave hand wipes. The whole plane smelled like alcohol hand wipes.
They gave you a hand what?
Man, what airline was that?
United.
Would you like to go to the
Bangkok
Champagne?
Air.
It wasn't
section?
Bangkok Air. No way.
Bangkok Air. Nice.
Jeez
Go ahead,
Louise.
third responder. Tell your story. It's a funny one.
Oh, I want to hear this. What happened on the plane?
Well, I had an interesting situation. I chose a window seat because I like to look out the window and see what's going on down below. And
We're going to have to talk about window
Flight-
law at one point.
flight took off, and people, pulled the windows shades down so they could stare at their screens, I suppose. I remember days when people looked out windows when they're on planes, but apparently today that's few and far between. About an hour into the flight, the gentleman in the row across, my same row, but on the other side of the aisle, must have asked the flight attendant to ask me to pull my shade down. The flight attendant leaned over and said, "Sir, would you mind pulling your shade halfway down?" I said, No, that's fine.
Well, and you did leave one thing out. You said you like to look at maps and you like to look at the geography as you're in the plane, which that's what you were doing.
Trying to figure out where you are.
Yeah.
That's why I got a window seat. I like looking out of it.
Yeah, sure.
So
Evil. You're evil.
So I pulled it halfway down, and about an hour later, this dude jumped out of his seat and looked at me and raised his voice and said, "Hey, can you just pull your shade down? Like you're blinding everybody on the plane."
That's funny. He had been worked up by himself for over an hour, and then he finally had enough. And you were just, that's really funny. That
Chilling, looking out the window.
That's just funny.
And he hadn't said anything else before that, other than that one time he asked you to pull it halfway?
He asked the flight attendant to ask me to do it, and so I complied, and then he wanted me to pull it all the way down, and I looked up at him and I thought, I'm not sure how I should react to this. This is bizarre.
He's probably going to hit me.
And I looked back at him and just said, hey, I picked a window seat so I could look out the window. I kind of dig it. And he said, well, I picked an aisle seat, but that doesn't mean I put all my shit in the aisle.
That was his.
Yeah, and I looked at him and I said, man, I don't understand your distorted analogy here, but
good one.
It certainly suits your purpose. And then he looked around at the cabin and kind of waved his arms up and said, well, you're blinding everybody.
What an asshole.
And I thought, well, you know what? It's not.
Did anybody else say anything?
No, and I thought it's not that important to me. This dude's gonna wig out. I said, look, man, if it means that much to you, I'll pull it down for you.
What a good guy you are.
And he seemed satisfied and kind of huffy, got in his chair, and I looked at him and I called him a snowflake.
Snowflake report.
Did he even know what that meant? I wouldn't have known.
I'm sure he does.
I don't know. And about 30 minutes later, the person on where he was sitting, their window shade, that person pulled it up, and I pulled my window back up. And
did you tap him on the shoulder and say, bitch at your partner?
No, I didn't, but my seat neighbor I just met, T-Bone from Slidell.
No way.
T-Bone looked at me and he said, I always thought the guy who sits in the window seat gets to control the shade.
Yes.
Hey, what's the ruling on that?
No, I agree.
I always thought it was.
It's the captain's rules. It's in the little safety handbook. Like the window seat person controls the shit. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, does it say that?
Good
Yeah,
reference
no one
there.
reads that, but yeah,
didn't
totally.
You're right.
Absolutely.
I only look at the people like throwing up on the
Right.
drawings.
And so
getting sucked out a window.
I got up to go to the restroom, and the flight attendant who had asked me to pull the shade down, and I watched the attendant kind of peeked in to watch this interaction we had earlier.
Slut.
I leaned over. It was a male.
Dirty.
Did he have a
Dirty
diaper on?
slut.
Not sure, but I said, hey, man, have you ever seen anything like this? Like, I've flown a lot. I've never had this reaction. And I looked at him. He kind of swallowed and thought about it a second. He looked at me and he said, sir,
Probably.
these are some really strange times we're in right now.
Dude, his edibles just kicked in and he did not want to answer.
And I looked at him. I said, yeah, it certainly is. And that was that.
That's kind of only that sums it up in a nutshell right there. But okay, the rules again. So this is out there to our listeners. If you want the window, get the window seat so you can control the shade, because it is not your God-given right to tell someone else to go, hey, shut that.
There is. I remember people have asked me on several occasions. The stewardess comes over the loudspeaker and says, "Hey, can we all lower the shades for whatever reason?"
Yeah, if you're grounded and they want you to
it's hot.
cool.
It'll get hot.
Is that why?
And that's legit. That's it will get hot.
That's okay.
I remember the old days when everybody didn't have their own screen, but they had like the big monitors up, and they'd put the movie on, and you'd
maybe that's why. Yeah.
Oh, that was the old days.
It was the old days.
They had one projector.
And then you had the airplane phone in front of you.
That's what I would call airplane movies. Go ahead, Wes.
If you want to not look out the window or have the window shade down, then get the window seat and put the fucking shade down.
Oh, and guess what?
Say that.
They make bandanas to cover your eyes. They make eye covers.
Yeah.
They make earplugs so you don't have to hear anything. I mean, Jesus, what else do you want, man?
If I were you, I would have grabbed my bag from up. I would have stood up,
Said I'm leaving.
got up, and put my shit in the aisle. Right after, I would have done that just to see him react
Hey,
to
it
it.
begs the question, does the guy in the middle get to control a little bit of the aisle and a little bit of the window?
No, he has no rights.
He has no
How about the
rights
person
whatsoever.
in the middle of this? If it's a 3-row seat,
Oh, they're screwed.
All he can do is ask to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Oh, and don't you hate that, dude?
And you got to get up.
I hate being that guy, and I hate being the guy that gets stepped over. I hate stepping over people because you always hold in your piss.
It depends on what she looks like.
So, dude, we need to just come up with a brand of airline diapers. The Chinese can buy them, and then we can sell them to the guy who gets the middle seat.
there you go.
Yep.
And the
Need
one
a
who
diaper?
does
Need a diaper?
Hey, I got a diaper.
Yep.
$10.
You could pay more. Delta could charge you
$10.
Another $10 for a diaper, an onboard diaper, and just sit there and shit all over everybody.
You know what would be great is when you leave the plane and you go down the tube and you enter into the thing, you can have a little,
Be like
a little room, that you can take your diaper
Changing
off.
room. It's a
Yeah.
But it's just a curtain, so people can kind of see you through the little curtains.
You know, man,
And they can certainly smell you.
and you have a
Kobe
diaper
diapers.
bomb. We don't need us adults, us pranksters with diaper bombs in an airport, because I will have some fun with that shit.
You know, like
No pun intended, but actually was.
like on the sidelines in NFL and college football. Yeah, he goes into the tent.
Football diapers.
We're gonna fucking put a diaper tent right outside the door there.
Yep. Armor X. What is that brand?
Under Armour.
Under Armour making now diapers.
Diapers.
So you can just play all game and not have to worry about pissing and shitting.
There you go.
Holy.
But you get weighed down, though.
shit.
That's like,
Dude, you know that, okay, Des Bryant was on
you
live talking about how one game he had to shit the whole game. And it really affected. He had a terrible
Halftime?
game. That is not a true story, but it makes sense.
it could be a true story.
What if you
though.
had to shit the whole game?
It could be a true
He
story.
plays like that, I'm
Man,
sure.
I
Sometimes.
want to see the commercials for the Under Armour diapers.
Yes.
Those would
Well,
be-
we should just do our own.
absolutely.
Power of pessimism
the
is
pop diaper.
going to shit all over you.
Yep.
It's going to get you.
We're
have
gonna
diapers.
shit all over
We have
everything.
diapers because the world's going to shit.
Hey, and that guy that got upset with me about having my window shade up, he could wear a diaper on his head.
Yeah,
Fuck
he
him, man.
wear
Fuck
my
him.
diaper on his head.
That's what
Yep.
we say to those types, dude. Fuck you.
Fuck you, dude. Sit down before I put my
It could
diaper
be
You know
on.
what's
your head.
considered,
happening?
as he said, it could be considered a multi-use diaper.
Oh,
You
what's
can
that
use
mean?
it as cover your face because of COVID, right?
Well, a lot of ass faces out there.
And you cover your eyes because of the light. I mean, and you cover your ass.
True.
And
I wonder how much.
so many different things.
I wonder if it does. Well, loose stool would be kind of a problem.
Oh yeah, you know.
It
I
uses
mean,
a tight
shit, how
fitter.
many?
You'd
how
have
many,
to really have it tight around.
How many
your legs.
would Tour de France's would Lance Armstrong or Greg LeMond
Greg
want
LeMond.
if they had a freaking diaper from Armor X or whatever the shit that's
Under
called?
Armour.
Under Armour. Thank you.
Right there, look, he has it on.
Under Armour?
Oh, and it could act as a cushion.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no shit. It's right there.
It's right here. I got it under
right
Armour.
in my face. That's terrible. Yes, so diapers.
I'm wearing
Power
a
of
Hanes diaper though.
Power of Pessimism podcast.
Airline
Diapers.
diaper.
Diapers
Airline
for all
diaper.
occasions. Diapers for all occasions.
Would they have G-string diapers?
They don't do very well, but yeah. Yeah, it may be sexy, but it really
I mean, at
does
strip
not
clubs, that'd be
work.
awesome.
I think we all
At strip
saw.
clubs,
Lingerie
We
diapers.
saw two girls in one cup. I think that
Oy.
it's kind of like that. You wouldn't. It's not going to stop anything.
Right.
There's two things I've never watched on the internet. One is Two Girls, One Cup,
Oh,
and the other
man.
is the guy getting
Now's
his
the
head
time.
cut.
Yeah, I don't think you can
No.
find it. You can't find it
So
anymore.
gross.
no, it's hard.
I saw part of it where she eats.
Wes
It's
could-
not even.
It starts
Wes
off
look for real
erotic
fun.
looking, and then it just goes south.
Wes
I'll find
could do
for
it
you.
because she can find it from the dark web.
Oh, that's
No.
right.
No, it's literally shit.
Oh, that's.
It is
I don't want to
literally-
watch.
Oh,
that.
it is. It's
No,
they swallow
we
it, they
God,
spit
we
it.
shouldn't have told him so we could have watched him and react
damn
to
it.
it.
Oh no, I would not
That's the
watch
thing.
it.
They have a whole thing on YouTube about just reactions
Not worth
to
it.
Two Girls, One
yeah.
Cup.
Dude, I learned the theme song from it. I can
Oh,
play
they
it.
have a theme song?
It's Lover's Theme by Hervé Roy is the name. Not the theme song, but the background music. You know,
Get
it's real
outta here.
soft, sensual piano music. It's real sad. It's by a French composer.
When you play it, people recognize.
I played it one time because in high school I was asked to play for the homecoming court. You know, they bring all the pretty girls out on the football field and they're like, "This is so and so."
Oh, Purdy, she
You
got 3
played the
teeth.
Two Girls, One Cup
And
song?
they asked me to
Did
play
you
music.
play that?
So yeah, of course I did.
Who got
Obviously.
it? Did anyone get it?
The band director got it.
That is funny.
That's funny.
He locked eyes with me, had like this, cocked his head to the side, and was like, he mouthed, "Is that what I think it is?" And I was
You
like,
gave him the cup.
You got it, sailor.
I was like, "Yep." And he just busted out loud. He doubled over, and I just kept going. It was great.
The other thing I
Awesome.
haven't watched is the guy get his head cut off.
I don't want to see that.
I have not
I
seen
haven't
that.
seen that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was the what's the guy's name? An American
Probably
journalist
happened in
got
the
caught.
Middle East if I was
Oh,
guessing.
Jamal
Oh, yeah.
Khashoggi? There was a video of that?
No, there was a
Different one.
yeah, but there were probably several.
Yeah.
But this was a taller white guy from the Midwest, I think, and they cut his head off.
Somebody's playing the music from it.
Oh.
Did you look up the music, or did you find the video?
Mousse.
Music.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I was going to say, I'm telling you, man, you can't find that.
Disgusting.
Dude, there's so many worse things than that on the internet. I don't know why they pulled that in particular. There's a whole lot of worse things than that.
I got news for you.
Oh, news.
I had a kid one time, and he had diapers, and that was not fun. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait for you to stop shitting in a diaper.
I can't wait to start shitting in a diaper again.
Who changes your diapers now? Do you do that yourself?
Or is there an app for that? There's probably an app now.
All right.
There's an app for.
Oh, hey, can we move on to college sports report or
Yes,
whatever?
please, yes.
It's near and dear to our hearts. This past weekend, me and CC Ryder went to the LSU-Alabama football game, which in history, it was in Baton Rouge. In history, who's the guy on ESPN? Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt.
Scott Van Pelt once wrote about LSU-Alabama game in Tiger Stadium as the most electric event in sports, potentially. And we were there last weekend, and it was like Zombieland, Day of the Dead, end of times kind of thing, man. There was no one there.
And the game was at night.
Oh,
it's awesome.
Dude, I mean, it gives me goosebumps in a weird way because we walked all over campus, man, and I'm here to tell you, 100 people max on campus when we were walking around.
Remember, I was talking to you on the phone. I went by the local high school, and it was chock-a-block full of people.
Where? When?
Remember today I was talking to you.
Oh, at the high school.
The high school
here in this city.
So if they're going to school and on campus, but the kids are not at LSU or I'm sure any other major university.
We went up to the Stadium Club, and this is how many square feet would Mr. Architect friend? How many square feet do you think that?
17,348 in the South Stadium Club.
You got to be kidding! Are you serious?
Nope.
Okay. Well, for that number or close to it, there were maybe 100 people, 150 people in that entire thing. It was
that's crazy.
So Cece and I did some guerrilla marketing for the Power of Pessimism podcast.
All 12 people?
There was one of the employees that had stuck their phone and was doing a live feed on whatever. I don't know what. Cece, did you ever figure out what platform that was he was doing?
Spotify?
It was something, but it was live. And so we started, there was no one around. So we started playing with it and like walking in front of the camera and saying weird things and just acting extremely bizarre. And then I got behind it and just was like, this first down brought to you by the Power of Pessimism podcast. Power of Pessimism podcast. Check out the Power of Pessimism podcast. Power of Pessimism podcast.
Oh, you were watching the game.
So I was spewing that live to whoever was watching his shit. So he was probably like and then he busted CC playing with it, which was a very, very awkward moment.
Uh-oh.
The guy walks out and looks at me, and CC's about 4 seats down and goes, is he having fun? Is he enjoying himself?
You have no idea.
Playing with my phone? And I was like, hey, Cece, you found that phone? You found a phone. We probably ought to go. And then the guy went over there and got it. It was not a big deal, but we did a little guerrilla marketing for the Power of Podcast, Power of Pessimism podcast.
You know what you should have said, Cece? Hey, do you mind lowering your shade?
Yeah.
Fucker.
Wes, quick question.
Yes.
How are we looking internationally, the Power of Pessimism right now?
We got a Mexican.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend.
There's a guy that works for me right now from out of town, and I talked to him. I can't barely understand him, and he rolls his R's.
Frijoles.
Man, your podcast is so very cool, man.
There's no way I can understand him.
Okay, so like we were talking about the LSU game, and I'm finished talking about how it was a deserted wasteland. What's happening in the?
Wait, did LSU win?
Barely lost. Barely.
You know what? But we didn't care. There was no one in there, and we were just
Nobody
running
was
around
there.
acting
Nobody cared.
foolish and had 17 vodka tonics.
Now, how talking about college football and this whole playoff system and how set up it is and how Vegas is controlling this crap.
That's bullshit.
I love it.
Michigan was supposed to
Conspiracy
play
theory
Ohio.
guy. Love it.
Yes.
Speak it.
We're supposed to play Ohio State this weekend coming up. Michigan put a stop to all their sports a couple of weeks ago.
To their benefit,
Yeah,
probably.
so Ohio State needed 6 games to be played so they could play in their own playoff game and be bowl eligible. Well, guess what? Michigan cut out. So all of a sudden, we'll get Northwestern to give you a final game.
Oh, a little
Hey,
walkthrough.
Yeah.
Northwestern may be a tougher out than Michigan.
I agree because Northwestern is 5-1.
I know. I mean, that's a legit program right now.
That might
and Michigan's
backfire.
just
That might
not.
completely
Oh, no,
backfire.
it's not going to. Ohio State is
Are they
number
that
3.
good?
No, Ohio State. Big 12 will make more money if one of their teams is in.
So your prediction is who wins? Ohio State wins this game against Northwestern and gets
Yes.
Yes. And then they'll play in their Big 12 championship game.
Against
Big 10 championship game.
in
against,
Indiana, probably.
maybe
And Indiana
or
could
Wisconsin.
beat them.
Oh, no, Wisconsin's there
No,
too.
I think Indiana
Oh,
could
the
beat 'em.
Badgers don't
Badgers.
you know. Oh, God.
Badgers.
Oh, you fucked up now. You let the Badgers in.
Who let them...
Oh, geez. Wisconsin Badgers. Only thing better than the Badgers is the Packers.
Packers.
Oh, those Packers.
Fudge Packers.
That Aaron Rodgers is so handsome. Anywho, okay, well, that was good information before I totally cut you off. But when somebody says Wisconsin, it's a trigger to me. I'm sorry.
I get triggered.
Oh,
I get
God.
triggered.
I get triggered, don't you know? Okay, so what lies in hand here in the landscape of the college football thing? It's going to be the top 4. Who do you think they're going to be?
Well,
gonna be
if
Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, and probably Florida.
And who has to play a game?
No, not if Florida loses against to Alabama.
Right, that's what I'm getting at. Who has to play another game to get in a championship
Notre
game?
Dame has a chance, but Notre Dame's going to get smashed by Clemson in their championship
Look,
game.
the podcast Pussycat didn't want the headphones on her. 'Cause
Wait, did she run
we
away?
suck.
Wait. Notre Dame is playing in the ACC, right? So they have to play Clemson. But if they lose, they could probably.
Are they gonna make that
Clemson
happen?
lost
To Notre Dame, but
because Easter Island didn't play.
exactly.
I have a legit question. So, are they going to make Notre Dame and Clemson play for the ACC championship game, or does the ACC not have a championship game?
ACC
I think
does.
They're
Well, are
going
they gonna
to
make-
need to.
Are they going to do that? Because that's a playoff
No, they
game
will.
right there. I would
Clemson and Notre Dame will play
for the championship game.
for the championship game.
That's
yes.
good football. That's
Why?
good. I'm surprised they're doing it. I got to tell you that.
But that would mean, see, if Florida beats Bama, then Bama and Florida make
Man,
the playoffs.
that's another good game.
Well, that's a possibility, yes.
And if Notre Dame loses to Clemson, I think Notre Dame
Any predictions?
should go.
Any predictions on the Bama, Florida, kind of tighter predictions?
Bama,
What do you
Florida?
think? What do you
I just
think?
think
Who's gonna win?
Alabama wins. And then Florida does not make the Final Four.
I think Florida gives them a rough go at it, but probably folds in the end.
I think 14 points.
Wow, that's a lot for a championship game spread.
Yeah, no, I think Alabama will pull
And
out.
Florida is good.
Florida is
Yeah.
good. They have a very good offense, and I think their defense, if I remember correctly, is pretty
I mean,
good.
they're
But Bama's
stupid,
defense is
stupid
getting
people.
together. They're young,
Just-
but this is like they're sinking.
Well, I don't know. I just think it would be
Was
better.
that wrong?
It
Was
would
that
be,
wrong of me to make fun of the Florida Gator people that are stupid?
What did you say?
I mean,
I didn't hear it.
Hey, Florida, at least you're not in Alabama. Oh,
Yeah.
Jenny, we're going to get another ring, Jenny.
What's worse than being a Florida fan?
Saban.
Being a Bama
Being
fan.
Saban.
What's worse than that?
Dude, who's running hell if he's up here doing this?
What's worse than being a Bama fan?
I don't know. What's worse than being a Bama fan?
Nothing.
Bing bong.
Pop.
That's for Rizzle. That's the gosh damn truth.
And you can take that.
to the
the
Bitcoin kiosk at
bank.
the Circle K.
Yeah.
What? Okay, who else is? What are the other games? Okay, so Notre Dame is gonna either win or lose, or Clemson. I mean, that's a big loss going into the Final Four. So one of them's going to be out, and they're
If
both in
Clemson
the top
loses,
four.
they're out.
Yes. So Clemson Notre Dame play December 19th.
I like what they're doing, man.
I didn't realize that Notre Dame.
Wait, December 19th. That's next Saturday.
They don't want Notre
ACC
Dame.
championship game.
They don't want
That's
Notre
a hell
Dame.
of a game, man. I must say.
They want Notre Dame in the Final Four. They're going to do everything.
touchdown.
They may
Jesus,
because
dude. Amen,
there's
brother.
no crowds, right? So
Clemson's not that good without their quarterback
way
from
too
Easter
many
Island.
Catholics. Did you know that over
Catholics can pray for
170 something thousand Boy Scouts
we're
are
molested.
suing the Boy Scout and the Boy Scout BSA, Boy
What are they
Scouts of
suing them
America?
for? They didn't get all their badges.
No, that they got raped and then the Boy
Raped,
Scouts went
right.
bankrupt. And what about me? Yeah, we went over that. I think we went over that before, but it lends itself to how many Notre Dame students have
Oh,
been.
God. You just took rape and flipped it into football.
Catholics.
Cub
How did-
Scout boy rape.
How
Now on to
many
football.
Catholic students? Do you have to be Catholic to go to Notre Dame?
You better have a lot of money if you're not.
Is that what
Or
it is?
smart.
Oh, it's a tax. It's a
Or you got
non-Catholic
touched
tax.
inappropriately and they'll let you go?
If you let them touch you inappropriately, you
pay off,
probably get an
you'll be fine.
in-state tuition.
Well,
I don't know. Has anyone tried it? We should try it. We should do an expose.
tried what? Put on a diaper
We'll
and talk
send
to a
in
priest?
Dr. Johnny as a student and see if they'll fondle him. And then if he says, no, that's cool with me, can I get in-state tuition though?
It's called blackmail.
Yeah.
But if I like it, would they want me there?
If you like it, then just go blackmail more of them.
You can't rape the willing.
Yeah. So
If
that's-
you-
I mean, that's
That is horrible. If you like it, they're gonna call you back. You don't get a bid to Notre Dame.
Maybe we
No.
pick somebody else to go in for that.
That is.
ooh, no, don't do that. No.
Call me.
How did
Call
Dr.
me.
Johnny get complete free tuition?
That's how I got my Emmy.
That's how I got my Emmy. I got touched inappropriately.
Touch my ring, kiss my ring.
Put on a diaper.
That's what it is. Kiss my ring.
Oprah Winfrey touched me, and that's how I got my Emmy.
Oh, this is the Emmy good future Emmy nominated show for sure. This one's been fantastic. I couldn't think of anything better. I'd rather
This
be
was what
doing.
number was this?
Oh, this is number 13, and we just hit 9 billion subscribers today.
Whoa,
y'all know.
that seems
Nice.
low for us though.
I know.
Somebody's
We'll get
hitting
there.
that button.
Oh yes, some of those Indian freaking click farms, man. That shit's paying off.
13th episode. Dark web. The dark.
Yes,
The deep or dark?
dude.
Yes.
Both.
We are
Both.
so popular. What were we going to talk about? That Cynthia, what's her name? I just said that.
Johnson.
Johnson. Yeah.
Johnson. I mean, anybody, that is crazy, dude. She's
Is that
wanting
the
to
dark
kill
web?
people.
You know who she kind of looks like without hair?
Dude,
The
she
mayor of Chicago.
Chicago, right.
Oh, yeah.
Both
Beetlejuice.
crazy Beetlejuice looking.
And Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Boy, that was
Dude,
funny.
those chicks are mad as shit.
Oh man!
You
Do
can't
not
blame them.
fuck
No,
with a
this-
Detroit
Everything
chick.
that I've done to them in their
Obviously,
lives.
she hadn't had dick for like months or years.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't thought of that, but who would? I wouldn't bang her with your dick, dude.
No, well, I would bang her with GQ's dick, but no one else.
And
you could-
Beetlejuice?
I don't think she could handle it.
Please, man.
No,
In
Beetlejuice.
Chicago, what's her name? Jesus. I mean, if suddenly she was in my room naked, suddenly I'd be gay as shit.
Can we fact check whether or not both of those women are gay?
Wow, but that threat, back to the thing that she said, I mean, can you imagine? Nobody says this stuff on either side.
Yeah.
And she just decided from Michigan, Cynthia Johnson, to,
Yeah, but she
to
got-
go out there and basically,
She got disciplined.
yeah, she got stripped of her title,
She got disciplined
rep.
by stripping.
state rep. Oh,
we got
God.
disciplined by his
Something going on there.
That, that's the third level of hell, having to watch those two in a strip club.
Oh God!
Jeez, man.
She's bi.
That is the third level of Dante's
one?
hell.
Chicago.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Okay.
Yeah, she is something else. What has she done? She's done
Not
something
that there's
lately,
anything
too,
wrong with
man.
that. I mean,
she's
but-
always staying in the news about just being a dick. What about L.A.'s mayor told everybody to get their ass inside, and then got busted going out to eat
French
for
laundry.
Thanksgiving or some shit like that. No, that was Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, he did that.
The L.A. Mayor Garcetti gets Garcetti. It's like, it sounds like something from a TV show. Anyway, he gets busted going out and doing the same thing. Then they shut down this woman's restaurant in California and said she couldn't. I don't know if y'all have seen this. It's been floating around YouTube and all that stuff. But they said she couldn't use her outdoor patio and she has to shut down her establishment. All the while, right in the same parking lot, they set up 7 tents for the movie industry to come in there and sit and eat and be catered to. Poor woman was about to lose her mind.
Where
she was
is
tripping
French
out.
Laundry?
That's in Sonoma, and it's a wonderful, wonderful
Okay,
place.
so there's 2 different politicians in California that were busted going to French Laundry. So how is French Laundry open?
Because it's in Arizona.
And then Austin's mayor got busted too, telling everybody to stay home for Thanksgiving. And he flew to Mexico and got busted. And then he just apologized.
And he got away with it.
Oh, absolutely.
He got a pass. CNN
Sure.
passed him. I'm sick of
But
that
he
shit.
he apologized. He realized what he did wrong.
I'm so sick of that. If they would just absolutely fucking hammer a conservative, and you
Yes.
cannot say that that's not
Or
true.
really anyone else.
Right.
Anyone else.
It is just announce who you really are and quit acting like
They're
I don't know.
creeping
I think
while you're
everybody
sleeping,
knows. I think
man.
everybody knows at this point that CNN is a fucking joke.
Oh, yeah. What are they covering these days? You said you watched, you've been checking on them.
Today, I went home for lunch, ate some lunch. I saw a few minutes this morning before I left work, lunch, right after work, and then right before I came in here. The only thing I saw them talking about was the vaccine. The only fucking thing.
So
Is it COVID
vaccine
and
that
vaccine
doesn't
or
work.
just COVID? Or just vaccine?
I think it was vaccine. And on the right-hand side, they have the numbers back up about how many people died.
Yeah, basically they've just gone total boredom.
Not 2,700,000. That was the original numbers that they were pushing hard. Like the countdown starts. Trump's fucked. We're going to kill 2 million people. Now it's only 270,000.
Let's crank it up.
And there's less people in the U.S. that have died in 2020 than in 2019.
Let's do the Cuomo thing where
So
we
eat on that, you stupid motherfuckers.
And even the
it doesn't
people that
matter.
have
It doesn't
died
make
this
any
year
sense at all.
of COVID. Did they really die of COVID?
St. Pasim is in the room.
It was
I'm sorry,
COVID
So
related.
the ones that have died,
Well, that's
as they say,
true.
of COVID, have they really died of COVID?
They died
there's a lot
of
of-
a problem, and they had COVID at the time. Therefore,
Exactly.
they threw that. And I get it because the hospital. That's one of the ways that the
They make
hospital
money.
got money.
Yeah, they were getting 19,000.
they got
and you get on a
SS.
respirator, it's even more. That's real stuff.
I
That's real
totally
information.
understand that. I mean, I'd lie on my taxes if I could. But
Hey,
they
I got
bust
an
my
idea.
ass, you know?
Let's create a virus that helps failing hospitals all over the planet. I don't know.
But wait,
talk
but
amongst
no, but-
yourselves.
And kills
But that
minorities.
didn't help the hospital. And it
Chinese made
didn't.
virus that kills minorities.
And it didn't kill just minorities. It started in the black community, and they said that was a problem. Where's that story?
Was this one started?
Apologize, fuckheads.
Was this the one where the guy banged a monkey and it started the COVID? Was that this one or is that a different one?
He licked a
Was the
bat.
guy who
This
banged
one
a
banged
bat?
a bat that started the COVID.
Yes. How do you bang a bat?
I've
That's
done
a
it.
small.
It's
penis
China. It's
son of a
China.
gun. Oh yeah, that's true.
I've done it.
That's true. We all know that.
You can go to Bang-A-Bat bars in Bangkok.
Dude,
Remember
if
our
you go
friend
to
told us
China,
about it.
If you go to China, yeah, you'd be big swinging,
Big swing.
big swinging dick in
Oh,
China.
you're so big.
Patty's Pit is so small.
What did we say earlier?
Alabama. You want to see my Alabama beige
Hot
snake?
pocket.
Baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna make the next 30 seconds of your life
Miserable.
exciting.
Rape. Rape.
Oy, 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 oy. Okay, so well, it looks like maybe we have come we've hit the 1 hour mark, and you know our fans all over the planet. We didn't really get too far deep into that, but hit us on Facebook, on Instagram,
You're
like
supposed
us,
to
yeah.
something?
Please like and share us,
Spotify.
man, and send us any
Grindr.
ideas. Send us any ideas or thoughts on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram accounts because we love to hear it. We're going to start putting out. We just hired some more people on, so we're going to start putting some more content out there for everybody to give you our special little brand of humor, like we like to do.
Find us on DuckDuckGo.
Jabruru.
And if you're interested in advertising on our show, how do we do that?
You can contact the producer, me, over
We need
at
sponsors.
Yes, we do need sponsors. You can send
No,
me
we
an
don't.
email.
We already have a lot of them.
We do.
It's a management. It's
We'll
a
take some
negotiation.
more. We don't say no to people.
I want Massengill or someone big.
Yeah. Send me an email at Wesley@pessimism.show. Also, check out our new website at pessimism.show.
All right. And
We're
eventually,
looking for depends.
we're going to
Depends.
start filming some of this stuff so y'all can see exactly how pathetic our setup is in the room and the whole thing. But it's really fun. It's the best. Thanks to Wes for all of your equipment and all the stuff you do for it. He actually drives the bus. You and I and these guys are just the idiots that bullshit.
It's a short bus.
Oh, yeah, true.
We like the short bus. I rode a short bus for a while. I had red tennis
Me
shoes.
too, actually.
I don't like
Red tennis
that
shoes.
reference. I'm not in anymore. Anyway, remember, kids.
Don't say eat it every day, but
No, I wasn't going to say that, but you did.
no, you can't because Saint Basim give us strength.
Remember, kids, never get into a van with no windows with anyone.
Without a rubber.
He is not your uncle.
Now,
And
for you good candy, it's okay.
Just wear a condom.
Do it for the candy.
That's right. And y'all all have a great week. And thanks to everyone on the show.
And look forward to our Christmas program.
Oh, that's right. Christmas and Hanukkah.
We're gonna have the what's the choir come in and sing for us?
The Mormon Tabernacle
Boys
Choir.
Those guys are coming, and we're also gonna have some priests that got
Peace
kicked
out,
of the
Johnny. And
do we have outgoing music?
Oh, it's playing.
yes,
Is it-
and the music.
You can't hear that?
You can't hear us.
Dip the
You can't
pod.
hear us. And those gifts. We're gonna have a whole thing about what gifts to get.
Oh, and we have for Christmas we have gifts that you can buy. The Power of Pessimism.
Pessimism.store. Shit.
Yeah.
Pessimism.store. There we go.
Yeah, you gotta
yes.
spell
Let's
it
start
correctly.
2021 on a negative.
Because that's coming in. We're gonna
Oh,
have,
it's
we're
not
gonna
gonna
have
work. You know it's not gonna work.
a cup, a T-shirt, and a hat.
Every cloud, every silver lining has a dark cloud.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are exaggerated for comedic effect and do not necessarily reflect those held by any involved parties, including the hosts, producer, or R&R Mobile Recording. The contents and audio of this episode are copyrighted by R&R Mobile Recording, except where audio excerpts are played, of which the copyright is displayed in the episode description. For more information, please visit our official website at pessimism.rrmobilerecording.com.